Hello, and welcome back to the Morgan State University Engineering channel. In this episode of C++ programming tutorials, I will be demonstrating the correct way to use an if-else statement. Let's get started. So let's go ahead and get started. And like we started all our other programs, we're going to start off with the pound, include IOStream. And the IOStream library allows us to get access to the cout and cin functions. And then we're going to type in using name space std semicolon, and underneath that we're going to write int main, two parentheses. We're going to bring out our two curly brackets, not three but two, and then I'm going to write return 0, but you don't have to write in this order. I just do so I don't forget it later. And now let's get started with the actual program. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to cout. And cout, remember, if you remember in the last tutorial, displays things onto the console. So what I want to display on the console is, what is your name? And then the two less than signs followed by ENDL, semicolon. Then I want the user to be able to input what their name is to answer the question. So I'm going to use the cin function. And again, remember, instead of using the less than signs, you're going to use the greater than signs. And then they're gonna input their name. So I'm just gonna use name as the variable, or the string rather. And so I also have to tell the computer that I'm using the word name to identify a person's name, if that makes sense. And so I'm gonna use string name, because that's what we're entering in here. Okay. And then we're gonna cout. We're gonna cout, which is display on the console. Again, we're gonna display okay, let's see, okay, space, and then we're gonna do name to display the person's name, and then another set of quotations and a space to begin it. I'm gonna say, okay, name, would you like to continue? And so what that line states is, okay, if your name is John, then it's going to say, okay, John, would you like to continue? And this is where our if statement comes into play. Well, first we got to write in cin and then their response to it, which is also a response is an answer. So we're going to use answer as our variable. And now we have to identify answer in the string. So we're going to type in answer here, so that the computer knows what we're using. And then right underneath that, what we're going to be writing is our if statement. And our if statement is going to read like this: if parentheses answer equals, and we're going to use two equal signs, yes, or, and the or comes from this these two vertical lines. That's like saying this answer yes, or another answer also known as yes, but in this yes I'm going to use a capital Y. And you might be asking, why would he have to use two different answer statements if it's still yes? Well, because unlike you, the computer can't tell the difference between yes with one capital letter and yes with a lowercase. It doesn't see them as being the same word, because the capital changes the character. So yes, and so if the answer is yes, we're gonna cout this. We're gonna cout the statement, okay, let's continue then. And so that's what's going to be displayed if the person answers to the question yes. If they say yes to the question, and I forgot my semicolons. And so what if they say no? Well, that's where we're going to put else. Else is for anything else, basically, is what I'm saying. For anything else, anything other than yes, we're going to see out this. See out. Okay. So you do not, you don't want to continue. Goodbye. And basically what that else statement is saying is if the person answers yes, whether it be with a capital Y or a lowercase y, the computer's gonna display, okay, let's continue then. Because they said they want to continue. But if they do not wish to continue, this is where the else statement. So this is for anything else. If they type in anything other than the word yes, this will be displayed. Okay, so you don't want to continue. Goodbye. And so let's go ahead and build this project and see how it comes out, and let's see if it runs. Hopefully I don't have any errors. I don't think I do. Pretty sure I did everything right. So let's maximize this so you can see the console better. And let's go ahead and compile and run the program. Okay, so like we typed in, it's asking me what is your name, and I'm gonna say my name is John. Okay, John, would you like to continue? And I'm gonna say yes, I would like to continue. I'm just gonna say yes, and it says okay, let's continue then. And that's exactly what we wanted it to do. So let's see what happens when you say no, you don't want to continue. What is your name? John. And so, okay, would you like to continue, John? And I'm going to say no this time. And it should say, okay, so you do not want to continue. Goodbye. And there it is. Okay, so you do not want to continue. Goodbye. And I'm going to give you one more look at the actual code for the program. And I'm going to give you one more quick run through. So we had string, which identified our two different variables, our inputs, rather. And we see out first, what is your name? We allow the user to input their name. Right after that, we see out, okay, the person's name. Would you like to continue? The person answers yes or no. If the person says yes, then the computer will display, okay, let's continue then. If the person puts anything other than yes, then we'll display, okay, so you do not want to continue. Goodbye. And that's how you use the if-else statements.